Welcome. This is Joshua Benoist in Autodesk Product Support. So this is video 8 of a series where we are trying to get our MEP project set up after linking in an architectural file. So where I left off, I mentioned that the types of ceiling plan views, you got reflected ceiling plan, and most engineers don't work in a reflected ceiling plan, they work in a regular ceiling plan, and the difference is a reflected ceiling plan is from the perspective of a person standing inside the room looking down at a mirror on the floor. In the mirror, the reflection shows the ceiling grid and the objects in the ceiling grid, and then your ductwork is behind that as you go up above. So your diffusers hide your ductwork above in a true reflected ceiling plan. In a engineer's regular ceiling plan is from a perspective of a person looking down. You're standing above the level, looking down through the level, so you see the ductwork first above the ceiling grid, also above your diffusers, so the ductwork hides the diffuser. We're aware of that we don't have a regular ceiling plan at the moment, and it's on our radar. It's tentatively scheduled to come in a future service pack or future release, but it's tentative and plans do change. So do know that we are looking into that. Some other things that currently you may want. The architect often uses regions, so let's go look at that. Under Plan Views drop down, there's a plan region. So the architect may have a plan region defined in his drawing, and they don't work with our MEP objects at the moment. That's another thing on our radar, and is also tentative to come in a future service pack or future release. And so we are looking at getting plan regions to work. Now, the last thing that we probably really want to think about with the getting our project in sync with the architects, oftentimes the architect is dictating what your title block, what your sheet looks like. So we need to get the architect's sheet into our file. We cannot use the architect's template to draw our MEP objects in, because let's just give a for instance. If you go to the Manage tab, we've got these MEP settings, and let's just look at the electrical settings alone. So the architectural template does not come with all these definitions defined. This would just be blank. You would have to go in there and set up all the distribution systems and the demand factors, for every classification, wiring types. You'd have to create all this over again in the architect's file. The MEP template also comes with rise drop symbols built in and things like that that aren't built into the architectural template. Mechanical settings, all this stuff would not be set in the architectural file. So it's very important that you're starting your file with the MEP out of the box template. And to get the architectural sheets, we're going to need to import them into our file. So I'm going to save and exit and open up the architect's file. Alright, so we've saved. I'm going to close and open up the architect's file. Alright, so I've got the architectural file open, and you may want to look at how they created their title block, but if I select on this, I'll notice it's a family. So they created their title block out of a family, and you just go up and say Edit Family, yes, and then save it somewhere on your machine, and then bring the family into your project. It's as simple as that. So we're going to do that right quick,